Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekly reading from March the 27th through April the 2nd. This is for Leo. Leo, we have decided to start daily readings on the 10th. I really wish it was the 3rd. You have no idea, but that is what we've got, and we only have one more week left, right? So this is our last shuffle here. All right, Leo. What we have is a great achievement, and we have true love. Okay, so this is a beautiful achievement. Now, this would speak to a Leo who has been blaming themselves. They've been blaming. This is, I'm a Leo, of course, y'all know. But this definitely looks like blaming self for a long time. And you've reached a great achievement, which is like it took a long time for you to realize it was never you to begin with. I was just having a conversation with someone about this the other day, blaming themselves because family was treating them funny, kind of thing. They were losing a lot of people. And what this says to me as a great achievement with King of Wands and Knight of Cups is that you have been set apart, right? You've been struggling to reconcile with a lot of people, or struggling to find the common ground with people, and you've realized that it's not your problem, right? How they feel about you is none of your business, right? True love with the Seven of Swords is that you had to figure out what that meant for you. Because one thing that Leos do, and I don't know that I ever see this in any other like realm, like when people talk about astrology, I'm telling you, the stereotypes surrounding astrological signs really, really get under my skin because a lot of it is not true about people. Especially if you get out there, you get to know people. You're like, oh man, all Scorpios aren't this way, or all so and so's are not this way. Because I met a Taurus that wasn't even like a Taurus typically. But this looks like you were set up. You're being set apart, or you were being trained, and it was coming out of nowhere. Whatever this was, or whatever you were dealing with, it felt like it came out of left field. It wasn't something that you were just like you were anticipating, or it was leading up to it. One day you just realized that people were not there for your greatest good, and all of a sudden, you found yourself being attacked. So I'm speaking to a Leo who is, has been dealing with that. The great achievement is realizing this. Is just saying, you know what, I was under attack, but it really wasn't me. It wasn't about me. It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with your character or why, maybe you didn't do certain things a certain way, or maybe you offended someone by accident. No, this was just a pure attack against you. So you have true love with Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups, and this tells me that you have figured it out because that's what you wanted to do. Like it was, you asked, this looks like I asked Spirit to help me to see the deception, help me to see what was going on. Am I deceiving self? And self, and Spirit is confirming that you were deceiving yourself. It was never you. You may have been asking yourself, why me? And this great achievement energy with the Nine of Wands and the Moon, why me? Why did this happen to me? Right? I tried to express myself. I tried to reconcile. I tried to do everything. I tried to mend bridges, and nothing, came about. So the great achievement, Knight of Cups, King of Wands, the Moon, and Nine of Wands would speak to that and speak to the fact that you realize now that it's just time for you to keep pushing, to keep going forward. No time to look back. You don't have time to try to figure out what it is or reconcile with them. It's time to move on. Okay? So we have, and this could be in the realm of love. It could be friends. This could be family, relatives, mainly with maybe a father figure or something like that. There's nothing that you can do about the situation. You have travel by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You have Four of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. You've lost the interest to. You may have planned to travel to work things out. You may have, right? And now you're like, you know what? I don't. I could by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You don't even remember why. Like it's almost like I don't even get why I'd even do it. Like you lose interest. This looks like I'm losing interest in doing that. You're losing interest in working things out with people. Okay, by the weekend, you have Teacher, you have Ten of Wands, and you have Queen of Cups. What a bomb combination. This looks like you realize that you have to find what works for you. You've learned through all this, through being set apart, and a lot of times being set apart means being isolated to some degree. You've learned from that you need to find people that resonate with you, and that and love shouldn't be a burden, and people you shouldn't be burdened by people, and you shouldn't also feel like a burden. Ten of Wands is about a heavy load, and it could be that you've learned that you are not the problem. Once again, it keeps showing this, like you realize that you are not the problem. You're loving other people, or the love that you've shown other people were not the problem with the teacher, Queen of Cups and Ten of Wands. So this, by the end of the week, you realize who you really are and what you're meant to be here for. And the fact that some people really are not meant to be there, first off. Second of all, that there's there's better, right? There's an energy of there's better. You want to be successful, you want to be on the right path, and the only way to do that is to accept these things about yourself, that was not you. A lot of Leos, if something happens, the first thing I notice Leos do is look at themselves and blame themselves for it. And it is not even them, right? It could be someone else going through something. They make a choice, and you're just like, maybe because I wasn't loving enough, maybe because I wasn't caring enough, and I didn't do enough. Maybe I didn't say the right words to help them. And usually that's the ego talking, right? It's all about you, and it's not. It had nothing to do with you. Besides the fact that Spirit wanted you to come into your power of that, and like that understanding of your power and who you really are. And that understanding is that half the time, when more than half the time, when people are doing things, it really doesn't have anything to do with you. If they deceive you or they hurt you or something, it's not really about you. It's about them. It's about how they feel about themselves, and they project that outward. So that is what we've got, Leo. You could be a Cancer Leo cusp. We also see Pisces, Aries, a Pisces, Aries cusp. What's the other one? Scorpio, Sagittarius, or a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. We do see Cancer and Pisces quite prominently here. But if you're not dealing with those signs, these signs could definitely be in your chart, right? If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.